It is finally that time. We have reached the pinnacle of difficulty within Dokkan as of now, when I'm recording this, July of 2022. This is the Red Zone stage versus BROLY. Now, this one is quite the daunting task, I'm not going to lie to you, but it is definitely possible, and hopefully with this video, it will be a little bit easier, and you'll kind of have a better expectation of what you need to do to beat this behemoth of a stage, right? So, one thing that you got to remember is that BROLY in the first phase can be sealed, he can be stunned, so there's really no reason for you to take a ton of damage in the first phase. Now, in an ideal world, we get Tech Goku, God Goku in the first slot, but that's not always going to be the case, so we gotta work with what we got here. So we're going to have Guard in the first slot, we're going to have, what's his name, and BROLY stacking, we're going to have Tech Caulifla stacking, we have a heal that we can use with Tech Caulifla. There's a lot of things, or Tech Caulifla rather, there's a lot of things we can do with this team. So I'm just trying to think of how I want to set this up, right? The item usage that we're doing this time around is a little bit different because you kind of have to adapt how you play in this specific stage, because there is an aspect of luck that comes with the stage, and that is the idea that, you know, if the super is in slot 1 in the AoE phase, which phase 3, if you guys did not know, is an AoE, so he has his normal attacks do what they normally do, but his super attack is an AoE, and basically that attack absolutely shreds about 99% of the game without an item. There are very, very few units that can tank that AoE. You're gonna it exposes the 7-year LRs. It'll expose BROLY, Caulifla. It's like Int Trunks and Vegeta on JP are, you know, can take it. Who else can take it? Tech God Goku can take it. Maybe a unit that has like 90% damage reduction. Golden Frieza, the LR Golden Frieza could probably take it. But other than that, that's doing 500, 600k to most units in the game. I know I'm missing a couple, I'm sure, but in my experience, because I just kind of got the no item run for this stage and then just kind of like didn't touch it again. So I am revisiting this behemoth again. I know I used that word before, but I am back here to try and defeat this again. But we're going to be using items this time, so it's going to be a little bit different. I don't have a non-no item run of this stage up on the channel, so we shall see. It was like, I got to the point where it's like, if I'm going to upload this, it might as well be a no item run, so that is where we're at. And we are going to go ahead and get the 18 key with both of our LRs, so that's good. And Tech, like I said, Tech God Goku can seal BROLY, so now his super is gone for this turn and the next one. So in an ideal world, we do not get the kill on this turn, and we can stack up a little bit more with it BROLY, but I wouldn't hold your breath. It looks like we're going to get it done, so we shall see. No reason to panic or anything, but you would like to get BROLY to stack up and, you know, get a little bit more defense. It's 7.3 mil from the gods, turn 1. Okay. Is that good? That's insane. Alright. So this is where things do get a little bit spicier, but we did get lucky, and our boy Int BROLY is going to be able to stack up a little bit more before he takes these hits. And then if we do take a little bit of damage on this turn, the next turn we're going to have the Bulma support memory to heal us up, I'm pretty sure. So there is at least that. And the plan is to kind of Ghost Usher our way out of the... So, actually, no, I'm tripping. What we're going to do is try and get Tech Gogeta fused before we get to the AoE portion. That way, when we do get there, we'll know where it's at and if we need to waste a Ghost Usher or not. Because in an ideal world, we don't want to use one at all, but there's a very, very, very high chance that we do have to use one. So, it's like, if there's no way to nullify it or it's in slot 1, then there's nothing we can do. We got to just swallow our pride, right? And using the support memory automatically makes it not a no item run, so... there's going to be no way to avoid that support memory popping. But I think BROLY should be good enough to tank this a decent bit, right? Like, if we could take like 100k from a super here, I'm chilling, but we shall see. I don't think it's going to be any more. We have type advantage. He's supered 3 or 4 times now. I think we should be okay. He has damage reduction, 85k. That's a very sustainable number. If he wants to super everybody for 85k in this run, it would be cake, but he likes to super for literally 1 million damage, so... Nothing in the game is surviving that. There is no million HP team yet. If we get to like 250% leader skills, we'll get there, but not right now. The highest is like 860, 870, something like that, I think. As of right now. Okay, so this is where we actually get really lucky. 222. Let's stack up the gods a little bit more. I think we can do a decent bit more than that. Okay, yeah, so hopefully we can win on the next turn. And then we'll have Tech Gogeta for the AoE phase right away. So we can just find where that super's at. And that's where we'll figure it out. If it's like, like I said, if it's not nullifiable, we'll just we'll use an item. But if we can nullify it, we'll risk it for the biscuit. So that way we can just save our Ghost Ushers for the last phase. This is like the one time where I'd say like there's really no point in using Whis in my opinion. It's because this team is like, it's built around stacking, and there's some guard, and there's damage reduction. You don't really need a Whis. It's just a matter of the beating the stage comes down to where are the attacks at, right? Like I'm sure anybody that's played it would know. It's like if you get unlucky and there's a double super on the floating end with the last Broly, it's just there's nothing you can do. And we need Kale and Khalifa to not crit right here, by the way. Thank you. We got lucky there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it like this. We'll actually throw Broly in slot 1. Well, yeah. And then we'll get him to Gogeta right now. Because they're just kind of here to nullify. They're not really the damage dealer of the team. Like when you have Tech God Goku and a God Duo running around, they're the ones trying to do all the heavy lifting, right? So this stage is like let the God Duo do their thing and just have everybody around them be sustainable defensively, offensively, and you just got to build around that. Yep, and then we'll save this active skill for later. We don't need it just this second. Yeah, now Broly's built up a decent bit. We can get Broly up to 300k defense with that damage reduction. We are looking really good. But we are far from done. There's still a ways to go. So let's go ahead and do our thing here. I'm kind of, yeah, like with all these attacks, there's bound to be a super attack, right? So let's go ahead and just skip this one because we've done enough. Like we already just did an active skill. So yeah, so there's a good example, right? It's the second attack in there, so we cannot nullify it, right? And you can't seal this Broly, so we have to use an Usher because there's just no way that we can survive that, right? Which is really unfortunate, but that's just how this event plays out. We'll get the blue boys going. We'll go ahead and do that. We don't need any damage for them or for God Goku. And we'll go ahead and do this. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about, right? Like there's just nothing you can do. And that could happen on the next turn as well. Like literally sometimes it's just nothing you can do. And 8.3 million, that's pretty good. But one thing to note, what you can do is wait for part 4 or the EX part. So that's obviously the next part after this one in the celebration. It's like, you know, the surprise part or whatever. But then we get the easy A's for the Super Saiyan 4s, the AGL Goku and the STR Vegeta. What you can do is bring this STR Goku in here and he just or AGL Goku in here and he just tears this phase up with like, you know, a 10 million attack stat or something like that. You get his active skill and it'll definitely save you a turn in here. So hopefully I can get you a good example of this, of what's it called? Like, well, it's like if this next turn, if Broly's AoE's in slot 1, it'd be a really nice way to show you just sometimes what happens in here and there's nothing you can do. So like right here, right? Is that the second attack or is that, it's the second one again? See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think we can, okay, yeah, we can't use an Usher right here. So, I think we lost. Let's go ahead and pop this. Make him super effective. Bring him out. Oh, and then we can do this as well. Give us that free damage. I'm gonna I got it. We can actually do this. I'm gonna quit app real quick. I know what we can do. Hold on. Okay, so I realized I made a little bit of an oopsie. I forgot about the God's active skill, but we're so what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw them in slot 1, and we're gonna do this, bring him out, and then we're gonna do that, and then we'll save the Broly thing for the next turn, right? So 6 million right there, and then we just gotta make sure we have the 18 key, so we have the guaranteed additional now. So now we are in a much more sustainable spot. Like, I don't think we're dead yet. So I thought we were done, but we're not. I think we're good. Like, obviously this is gonna sting, but now we're in a good spot where you guys can just see how we've kind of taken the control from Broly, right? Where it's like, we have the damage reduction now going, and we can see where his supers are at. So we kind of take all the difficulty out just by doing that. You gotta kind of counter, you gotta fight fire with fire. He's gonna cheese us, we gotta cheese him right back. So now we'll see, yep, so this is one of those spots where it does get a little bit tricky, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this Usher right here. And just get rid of it, like, just, we'll do that, and then we'll do this. Then is that enough? It is enough to get the 24 with Gogeta. Perfect, okay. So now we're in a position where we can probably take most of the things that he's throwing at us. We definitely got unlucky. Like, it's not like that was really bad that we had to waste an Usher right there, but Gogeta's just not surviving a super, and I want to keep these two linked up, so we got to get as much damage as we can out of the blue boys, and to do that we need God Goku around. So what we're going to do next turn is we're going to bring Broly out, and then we got to hope and pray that there's not an AoE, or there's not an AoE, but there's not a super in the first slot, right? Because then we have to, like, throw the blue boys in front of it or something like that. And I don't think they're built up enough to be able to survive, because this guy hits hard, sneakily hard. Like, you'd think once you're through the AoE, you're out of the gauntlet, but you're not. Yeah, so he did it again, right? So it's like, what we'll do is we'll do this, and they'll get the super. We'll go ahead and make Broly super effective against all types. Is that the first attack? I think it might. I don't think it is, but we'll see. We'll try and nullify it, right? And then Broly. I don't think Tech Gogeta is going to take 615k from that super, but he is going to take a lot. Like, you can see right there. Yeah, like, we actually might not be dead, because we're going to get the double super right here, and we'll get those additional raises. So I don't know if it's fair to say we're dead, but I also don't think we're looking good. That's, like, about where I'm at, right? So from my Janemba recording, the dog decided he wanted to make a presence known, and right now he's like, look, he's almost like looking at the phone, like he's even invested in this run. He doesn't know if I can do it. No, see, we didn't nullify it. Okay, so this is gonna do a lot. This actually might, this might be all she wrote, unfortunately. We'll see though. 261. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Yep, so then we have that from Broly. I really have no idea. Because we still have the God's active skill in our back pocket, right? The other one, so we have another God coup, we have another... And oh, and you know, okay. We just need to make it out of this turn, now that I think about it. And this, yeah, Broly is gaming. I think that he's going to take these pretty well. I just thought of something. Yeah, okay. So, can Tech Gogeta pull through for us? Can he not take 300k? I think we're dead, but there's a chance, right? Okay, that double super is huge. All right. There's hope. I think we got this. It's gonna be a lot, but I just remember, like I said, I remember we have something. All right, come on. 270. 266. I was very, very close. Okay. All right, so I think you guys can pick up what I'm putting down. Look what we got. We got ourselves, let's turn it on, you know? We got ourselves a little heel. That's why you bring these two. Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm all over it today. I'm on my A game. So the Broly stage, you guys will find to be is more of just a luck-based thing, in my opinion, where it's just like, will the super do X damage? Will the super do Y damage? So now, no matter what, with that Kale and Khalifa heal, we're safe from any potential like huge damage, right? So let's go ahead and play this one out again. I don't mind. We'll get a decent amount of damage. I don't think it'll get the kill, but I definitely think it'll do a decent bit. And that's basically the Broly stage. Like I said, tactics-wise, I think bringing a Ghost Usher is wise, just because damage reduction still isn't going to be enough for that AoE. His super still hits for a real big amount. There's the luck factor of like, will Broly double super in his full power phase? Will you be able to get the active skills off? Can you nullify? All that fun stuff. So definitely a couple things that can go wrong, but it may not be quite as bad as like, you know, you might be thinking it is. Without the 7-year LRs though, it's going to be tough. And if you don't have like the Cell team, I have to mention this in every video, right? If you don't have the Cell team, what else? Who's another 200%? If you don't have like the Trunks and the Goku/Gohan leader skill, it's just going to be tough, right? Because this is a 200% leader skill event. So doing it with 170, I'm sure it's possible. I don't know if I've seen it, but it's definitely, it's got to be possible if you just get if you play your cards right. So that was the Broly stage. There isn't. I'll leave a link to the no item run in the description. I had to use the Super Saiyan 4 Goku that hasn't come out on Global yet to do that. There's probably an updated run I could do with the Trunks of Vegeta that's out on JP as well, but that is neither here nor there for this specific video. That's all I got for you. This was the last Movie Boss Red Zone stage video that we're going to be doing for the guides. So I appreciate you if you've watched all these up to this point. Let me know what you guys think, how you're going to try and tackle Broly, all that fun stuff. Leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you are new, don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss out when I post Dokkan content like this. Have a great day, guys. I'm out.